Is this your first time at Expo?
No, it's actually our second, isn't it? We came, when was the last time? It doesn't seem like that long ago.
It was in May.
Yeah.
They have 2 a year, so it's the beginning, I think, sort of May time. So we're still filming then. But that was the first time you guys...
It was the first time we've gone. Yeah, it's the first time we've come. Yeah.
We came before the September, so just as after we transmitted, I came here with Colin and Bradley. So we'd explained how kind of mad
we
it
knew
is.
what
Yeah, okay, so you knew what you were in for.
But you didn't quite expect the level of excitement, did you?
No, some people get very, very excited, which is nice.
What did you think of the script when you first got it, of Merlin?
Way back?
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was,
They obviously have to say that because I'm sitting here. You need to get them out of the room.
No, I genuinely thought this is something that's going to be really good, because you do get a lot of scripts that you read that you think aren't going to be, and not necessarily that you wouldn't be part of them, but you sort of think, But this one turned up and I just thought it had like massive potential. I've always been quite enchanted by the legends and the stories anyway, and I kind of really liked the fact they were putting this young, sort of slightly sort of comedic twist on them, and it just seemed like something that would really work.
Well, it was a clever idea. I was always amazed it hadn't been done before, because it seems such sort of an obvious idea, because there's such a wealth there in the myths, and there's so much to do because we've got magic, and you can create your own monsters and things like that. So when you finally read it, it kind of made sense, because like you said, that I couldn't believe it hadn't been done before. So, and from our point of view, it's nice to have sort of from my point of view, quite a strong female character to play. So
very much.
She was great.
This is great outtake where Katie sort of stomps into this room, and it was shot in our PF on the chateau, and Katie was stomping in, and because the floor was so shiny, she literally kind of like flew up in the air.
And all my dress as well.
Yeah, so just kind of like flew up and then just kind of landed on the floor.
It was a great one as well, which we didn't actually, the cameras weren't rolling for, but Bradley was annoying me. He was like, trying to hit me with his sword, and I finally just lost it and ran across the room, and he ran away, and I completely, in front of the entire crew, lying on my back, looking up the ceiling, going, oh. So running in heels, bad idea.
Do you have a favourite episode?
Episode 4 is my favourite, because...
so which series?
Oh, sorry, it's the second series. Because the love triangle kind of begins in that episode, and it's just a great sort of, it's very much like a movie, and I've got a lot to do in it, so that's why I like it.
And you're an actress.
Yeah, I know, it's weird, you wouldn't know.
No, okay, no. Mine's still kind of episode 7 last year, which is the fairy episode, which for me is just that shot of Avalon and underneath the water. It just is so magical, so I quite like that.
Yeah.
Ken Cram was great for that.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And as a producer, do you have a favourite sort of episode? Or?
I think my favourite episode, I think it would be from series 2, because I think we've raised our game.
Very much so.
I definitely like episodes 1 and 2. I think the jousting I was very pleased with, because it was something that we didn't think we'd ever technically pull off, or have the money or the budget to do it. But our confidence grew in what we could achieve in a production sense, and so we thought, to hell with it, let's try jousting this year. And so we got in these amazing jousting experts that did A Knight's Tale, and they worked with us and did an amazing job. So I think that was very exciting. So I think that episode in a way is great.
Is there anything that you'd like to see your character do that you haven't done yet?
Well, I just was saying downstairs, someone asked me the same question, and I was saying, one of the amazing things about Gwen is that she does always do the right thing, and she, even if it's like really painful for her, she does the right thing. But I'd quite like to see her do the wrong thing one day. I don't know if that's possible, because she's supposed to be noble of heart, and and that's kind of her main characteristic. But I'd quite like to see her with a big flaw in one episode or something.
She's
quite fun. Yeah, with a massive flaw, just scrubbing it.
You said you wanted a massive flaw. There you go.
I'd quite like to see a change in the relationship between Morgana and Gwen, actually.
Yeah.
I'd quite like to see something to do with them, because
different dynamic.
Well, yeah, and to I'd like
Which is
I'd like a
desperate for
female
the
buddy
mud
movie.
wrestling.
A big sword fight.
Yeah.
No, not mud wrestling. They keep going on about mud wrestling.
It's threatening us every time we're like, can we have an episode? Can we have a buddy movie? Like, yeah. The mud wrestling is on its way. I'm just sitting there going,
It is.
Forward thinking, then honestly.
It actually is going to turn up in a script, and you're going to be like, we told you we're going to do it.
No, but if you look at the mythology of Merlin, there is a story about mud wrestling between Morgana and Gwen.
You know how you say you could say anything you want because there's so many versions of the myth? That's not a version. Except in your
might be a
mind.
version.
I suggest you both go back and look at the mythology.
It's online. It's online.
If you could be any other character in the show, who would you be?
Arthur, because he
Yeah.
does loads of sword fighting, and that's all we ever want to do.
Or I'd be Uther because I want to be queen.
Are you saying anti?
That's what I'm saying. But that's what you're saying.
So should we expect more sword fighting, more action in the series?
Now, I would like to point out you have this on tape, so
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every episode, the female characters will be fighting, mainly in mud.
and in medieval bikinis, funnily enough.
No, I think that's a bit over the top. Actually.
Sorry.
Don't put ideas.